Welcome friends, Tracy Bish here, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. It is time for the Global Monthly Video Hop, where Stampin' Up demonstrators get together every single month with a new theme. This month's theme for October is a slimline card. It's also a sketch, so it's awesome. I'm using the all bundled up stamp set as well as the stylish shape dies. This is my favourite. I'm also using the rectangle stitch dies, but if you don't have that, you can just cut out that piece. So basic white card stock is our base. It's also that thick one. So basic white thick cardstock, 8 1/4 by 6 inches, scored at 3 inches and burnished with the bone folder. This Celebrate Everything DSP, this is a free item that you can pick up when you place a $250 order here in Australia, and you could use that with your Stampin' Rewards. So it's the only way to get it. Highly recommend it. It is a huge pack of 12 by 12. And it has designs for everything that you're celebrating, which is awesome. So with the dies, the circles, I've got the second and third smallest circle, and like I said, if you don't have the rectangle stitched, you could just cut out that rectangle. So we have a few different scraps here that I've just grabbed out of my scrap bin: Pool Party, Pacific Point Basic White and Granny Apple Green, that we're going to quickly cut through. I'm using my little mini cut and emboss machine because all these dies are quite small. What's really great is this little machine fits on my desk so well. It makes it super easy. It's very light and compact, so if you're using a lot of smaller dies, this little machine is a great one for you. So we're just going to run these ones through. With the banner die on the Pool Party cardstock, I am actually going to extend my die out a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. So the length of that banner is not quite long enough for my sentiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my acrylic plate and place it up so it doesn't go all the way along my die. So where your acrylic plate is not on your die, it's not going to cut. So once I've run it through once, I'm just going to line my die up further along and then run that through again. So once again, making sure that you don't have your acrylic plate over the die area that you don't want it to die cut, and it won't die cut. So this is a really great tip if you want to extend your dies out to be a little bit bigger than the original die size. So hopefully you will use this technique in further cards. So we're using this banner piece for our sentiment, so I wanted it to sort of go across my slimline card. Because it's so long, I wanted, to make it so it's not so small. Alright, so we have all those pieces ready to go. Let's add our DSP piece down on the front, and we're also going to add that small little layer on the inside of the card. So on the basic white circle, we're actually going to use that little bird from the all bundled up stamp set. This fits perfectly in this little die cut, and I really liked this little bird. I thought it was super cute. Went with little baubles on the DSP. We're going to stamp this in Memento, and I'm using my stamping blends to colour in. Alright, so moving on, let's bring in that stamp set, Memento. The stamping blends I'm using are Pool Party, Granny Apple Green and Polished Pink. Obviously I've grabbed those colours from the DSP. Stamping blends are an alcohol-based ink, which makes it really easy to blend the colours together. I really enjoy crafting with them, and colouring with them. I'm also adding this stamp set that's got little snowflakes, just to add a little bit of interest in the background on my on my Granny Apple Green cardstock, and that's Granny Apple Green ink that I'm using. Now, if you're in need of any of the supplies that I'm using on today's card, you can purchase them in my online store if you're in Australia. Use the hostess code for this month. I have great specials every single month for my customers. I send out a handmade card. You also receive a bundle tutorial as your free gift. I email that through after you've placed your order. And if you spend over $100, you'll also receive the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle as your free gift as well. So that is a $9.99 US added bonus, which is awesome. You're going to get tons of inspiration and lots of fun. Okay, so here I have a new product in the mini catalogue. It is the Snowfall Accents puff paint. It was around a couple of years ago, so you may have used it already. This one is super liquidy. I find that you've got to be really careful when you're popping it down onto your cardstock. It will come out super fast, so be very careful. And I'm just doing little bits at a time, so popping a little bit of that puff paint down, heating it with my heat tool until it puffs up. If it doesn't puff up really well, pop another little bit of layer down over the top and then heat it again, and it's gorgeous. It looks like snow, so great little accent there as well. We are also going to put some of that beautiful silver twine that is from the Simply Elegant trim. Comes in gold and silver. It's in the annual catalogue. I'm so excited that they've kept it in the annual catalogue. Perfect for your Christmas crafts. I love metallics for Christmas. Okay, so we are also going to stamp the sentiment down with Versamark ink. I have the Basics embossing powders in the white. So we're just going to add that white powder and then hit that with the heat tool until it becomes really glossy and shiny, and that is heat embossing, my favourite technique. So we almost are ready to start popping everything together. It's a really quite a simple card, and I really love how it's turned out. I love bright, happy, fun cards, but especially at Christmas time, which is lovely. Now I have links to everyone's videos in the description of this video. Please go over and watch their videos. There's lots of great inspiration here using the Slimline sketch card. If you haven't subscribed to them, please subscribe and leave a comment. As well as if you're watching here and you're new to my channel, if you've enjoyed my card, I would love it if you subscribed, gave me a thumbs up and left me a comment. It's always lovely to see or to read the comments from people who have watched my videos. I really appreciate everyone that takes the time to do that. Alright, so we're going to bring in some of that silver trim, sorry, not, I almost said twill. Anyway, I'll just wrap that around my fingers a couple of times, and we're going to add that to the back using some tear and tape. I didn't realise I went off screen, so sorry about that. So we're just going to add that down, take the backing off because we're going to stick that up with some dimensionals, and I find the dimensionals stick down to the card base or to the cardstock better when that backing tape is taken off. So of course there has to be pop-up. There has to be a bit of bling with that shiny cord, and yeah, here is our card. I didn't stamp inside, but you could certainly do a nice sentiment inside as well. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's card. Thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. Don't forget to go and check out everyone else's inspiration. I'll see you all again really soon. Bye bye.